Poshmark released the new features they will be adding to the app at PoshFest this year. So let's go over the hackathon. I'm going to break down all the different new features that they will have and just my thoughts on how they may affect your business and how I might be using them on Poshmark. So the first few ones I kind of went over a little bit already, but the first one is Poshow's giveaway. This is very similar to what Whatnot had in terms of having giveaways for live selling. I don't live sell, but I do find sometimes giveaways can be good to market your show and get people to go to your show, especially if it's a really good item. So if you're gonna do a giveaway, the better the item, the more likely you can have people who maybe don't come to your show come. Like bags are always good, stuff that like anybody can use, not necessarily like a clothing item of a specific size. So keep that in mind and I would recommend to you. Next one is a smart list AI where you can just take a picture and it will create a listing for you. Definitely still in the works. It needs to be refined, just better. It makes some mistakes still. So this can still be good if you just are listing things out of your own closet. Just need a base in order to go off of from there and just edit. So I'm excited for this for the future, but also I list on Vendu. I don't list directly into Poshmark, so the Poshmark Smart AI isn't necessarily going to help me, but if you're only listing on Poshmark, definitely be on the lookout for this in terms of it getting better in the future. Right now, still recommend doing your own listings and making sure that you have everything in there you need for it to be the most searchable item that you can. Next is the Poshmark consignment. So this is saying that it's in beta. I think they're just working on it right now in the San Francisco area based off the website here. So this will be really interesting. Based off this, maybe it's like, it's gonna be local to your area. So it's gonna be, you're gonna find people that way, especially since like with the delivery, maybe they'll just have people deliver between the city. So there's really not much information. This can be really good, especially if you just want to get started and you or like don't have that much money to put in. However, they're probably gonna, well, they are looking for more trusted sellers, so it's probably not an option if you're just starting off. But if you're like down the road and you're struggling with inventory income and cannot pay as much for it, then this could be a good option, but we don't know like what kind of inventory that you'll be getting. So that's just something like we're gonna have to stay tuned for. The next one is listing template. So essentially, if you want to have something at the bottom of your listing or something that goes in every single time, then you can do that. So this is giving an example of like offers welcome, like you can put that at the bottom of everyone. But if you do want to just put in your own listing template, like I have the template in my like free guide, if you want to put that in there, just to have like a reminder of what to put in, or if you have somebody working for you going directly into Poshmark, this can be good for them just to make sure they are doing everything how you want it to be done. I personally don't put anything in that's going to be like the same. I guess if you want to like put in like the measurements and just fill it out so you don't have to type in the measurements that you put in every single time, this can be helpful. This is like good. I like this, but I don't think it's gonna like change that much for me at least. Next is the listing streak. So I have seen this in the app already where they'll give you like reward if you're listing. You only need to list like one item a week and that classifies as the week. But I don't know, like I'm all down for rewards. Like they're not that amazing of rewards. I think like one time I saw it's like if I list buyers in my closet can get like discounted shipping, and I think one week was like I can get discounted shipping, so it's like saves you like $2 if you want to buy something. So it'll be interesting to see how they expand this or if they include any other like better rewards later on. The next one was scan and sell. It says US only. I don't know exactly what this is. This was just showing that you can scan the QR code on the Coach bag that they gave out, a little like flyer they provided, and you can list it easily. I didn't even test this out, so I'm not sure if they're gonna have like other kinds of items that will do this for, so not really too sure about that. Share shows. So listers can share items to share shows in one click. I don't really understand what this is trying to say, to be completely honest. I don't do live selling, but sounds like a good way to expand your show. I have no idea. Next one, listing tray, add up to 100 listings to tray to provide viewers with even more items to shop and discover. Honestly, don't exactly know what this is. I guess if you were like sharing your items to people, I have no idea. Or if this was like, or if this is saying like your drafts, because it's a little confusing because this is provide viewers with even more items to shop and discover. So don't really know. Offer to liker upgrades where you can see your last OTL price and the highest offer you can submit based on your lowest previous one, eliminating the guesswork. I really like this because I feel like I always am doing calculations. I don't know, like, because I personally, especially if an item I paid a lot for, if I send out an offer for 10%, I sometimes, if it's really expensive, don't want to send an offer out for 20% because you only have to send it 10% from the last price. So that's not necessarily 20%. It's so close, but sometimes I'm like, I just need every dollar in that in this like sale because I'm losing so much money. So this will be really cool to see, just like a little bit more efficient. This is probably the one thing that really helps with efficiency. I love that. The next one is, it looks like they're gonna have the sudden death option for live selling. Depending on your items, like I think I'm gonna have a whatnot show soon that's sudden death just because I want to have a quick show, move items faster, so this can be a good option. I think it's good to have for live shows, like, so I think it's good for that if you do live selling. And brands filter, so shoppers can filter by brands they're interested in purchasing. So I think because this means instead of just being able to find one brand, they can search multiple brands. This is really good for online sourcing because instead of having a bunch of save searches, I believe you can just like select all the brands that you want to filter when you're online sourcing and just go to that save search and see when there's new stuff added, or just go to that and like refresh it when you want to. So this is really good, I think, for online sourcing. So I mean, these are the most like things I'm most ecstatic for. It's not like this is gonna change a lot when it comes to Poshmark. I feel like they could have done like other things or added a couple other things. Sometimes I feel like there's so many small things that Poshmark can do to make the app better. I think I'm gonna make a video of like what I wanna see at the hackathon next year.